Good evening, Priya ma'am. Good evening.
Yeah. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you, ma'am?
Yeah, very fine. In your place. I'm in your place.
Happy Diwali.
Yes, happy Diwali to you, to the entire team of Bharat Sahodaya as well, sir.
Thank you, thank you. Abha ma'am, good evening. Miss Sarita.
Good evening, sir.
Good
Good evening, Priya ma'am. Good evening,
Good
Sarita
evening.
ma'am.
Good evening. Everybody, good evening. Yes.
I'm glad to see you. Oh, it's virtual, but glad to be on the same platform.
Yeah.
Really
Very
delighted.
nice meeting you, ma'am.
Miss
Same here.
Sarita, are we good to go?
Yes, sir, we are good to go. Arun,
Yeah.
are we ready?
You can check with Arun Mohan. Arun Mohan, sir,
Yes, sir. Yes, I am here.
please go ahead. Thank you.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. I welcome you all to the 188th web training series of our VTAG in association with our Bharat Sahodaya. Now it's my time to turn on our AI to introduce today's moderator. So let's not wait a bit.
Dear educator, first of all let me wish you all a delightful Diwali. Our 188th session discusses the effective conduct of co-scholastic activities in the NEP way. They include thinking skills, social skills, emotional skills, work education, visual and performing arts, attitude and values, etc. Now it's time to welcome our moderator. For that I present my AI Sophia.
Good evening to all. I welcome all the dignified participants to the 188th web training series of CBSE Bharat Sahodaya. Now it's my pleasure to introduce today's moderator, Ms. Abha Singh. Ms. Abha is an educationist at heart and by profession. She has dedicated 20 years of her professional journey to the education sector and has worked in schools as science faculty and colleges as assistant professor. She has held administrative positions in school as coordinator and headmistress. She is associated with Bharat Sahodaya since its inception. She has been awarded with Top 10 Teachers GTEA 2021, Extra Mile Educator 2022 by Bharat Sahodaya, Education Icon Award 2023 by Skillcraft and ESFE. So with respect, I invite you to take over this grand session. Please, ma'am, over to you.
Abha ma'am, stage to us. Warm welcome.
Thank you so much, Mr. Arun Mohan, sir, for bringing in the flavor of AI in the webinars. It was really awesome, especially the Diwali wishes. And thank you, Jarvis, and thank you, Sophia. So your efforts it's phenomenal, and I'm delighted and humbled to be for the introduction. Thank you so much for the beautiful introduction. So namaste and good evening to all the dignitaries and educators who have voted with me in today's journey of learning. I, on behalf of BTAG in association with Bharat Sahodaya, extend a very warm welcome to our very respected resource person, Ms. Priya Murli ma'am, respected Program Director, Dr. Abdul Salam, Mr. Shibu, President Bharat Sahodaya, executive members of BTAG and Bharat Sahodaya, and all the educators to this 188th web training series, NEP Ready School, conduct of co-scholastic activities. It is the 5th virtual training session in the series of SQAAF, that is School Quality Assessment and Assurance Framework Training by BTAG and Bharat Sahodaya. Priya ma'am has already conducted 4 very effective sessions on SQAAF, which are already uploaded on the CBSE Bharat Sahodaya YouTube channel. As we all know by now, that conducting SQAAF in all the CBSE schools is a mandate by CBSE. It's an extensive self-assessment tool designed by CBSE to make the schools NEP ready. It swirls around the 7 main domains of school functioning that are curriculum, pedagogy and assessment, infrastructure, human resource, inclusive practices, management and governance, leadership, and beneficiary satisfaction, out of which curriculum, pedagogy, and assessment has been given the maximum weightage, that is 40%, due to its pivotal role in school function. NEP believes in student-centered, holistic pedagogical approach by all schools, for which both scholastic and co-scholastic activities should be thoughtfully amalgamated to make our learners future ready. Co-scholastic activities are integral part of the curriculum and pedagogy as per NEP 2020. They are the best tools to inculcate the 21st century skills, building up their competence to deal with the future world. Today's session focuses on the proper designing and conduct of co-scholastic activities. We should be grateful to Priya ma'am, Salam sir, and Bharat Sahodaya for their untiring efforts for making the extensive SQAAF process fathomable for the educators. Let's take away maximum by being active participants today like before. Your presence today on the eve of Diwali shows your passion for learning. Before indulging in the session, here are some housekeeping rituals. Please be mindful listener during the session for maximum benefits and takeaways. Kindly put your queries in the chat box, but be a patient listener as most of the queries will be answered by the end of the session. Be responsive through chat box to the resource person's questions. Ma'am asks too many questions and she expects good answers from us. So do that, please. You may keep your videos on. You may raise virtual hand during the question hour to get your doubts clarified. Certificate link will be shared towards the end of the session. Now, let's welcome our dynamic program director, Dr. Abdul Salam sir, who is the captain of this ship of learning, which started its journey in 2021 and has reached to this session by leaps and bounds. Dr. Salam is distinguished CBSE resource person and a master trainer. He is the principal of the prestigious Vibgyor High, Bangalore. He is also the founder of BTAG, that is Bharat Transformers Academic Group, a consortium of educators and the teaching fraternity across the globe, connecting them to empower the nation. Sir, I welcome you to this webinar. Now I invite you to deliver the welcome address. Over to you, Salam sir.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody, all educators, respected resource person, Priya ma'am, Ms. Afaf. Very happy to see you back. And my team, BTAG, Ms. Sarida, Arun Mohan, everybody at the outset, let me extend a heartiest greetings on the occasion. Happy Diwali to each and everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Everybody is busy. I could see the streets, the towns are busy in preparation of Diwali. I also, took, too much time to reach to the airport. So the participants, those who have joined, really, you deserve great appreciation for your enthusiasm in learning. And of course, we have the greatest resource person of BTAG, Priya ma'am, with us. She will give you enough light and information on SQAAF, especially on co-scholastic areas. At the on this juncture, I would like to appreciate Priya ma'am and congratulate her because the first SQAAF session, series 1, has been viewed by more than 10K educators.
Yes.
So, Priya ma'am, heartiest congratulations to you for your efforts. We are reaching out to millions of educators through this platform, and they are making use of your session especially. So thank you so much, Priya ma'am. Congratulations once again. And all other sessions as well, all participants know have been welcomed and warmly received by participants. So today, let's listen to Priya ma'am once again with her series of SQAAF, which is very important as educators. So thank you so much once again. Happy Diwali. Enjoy the session. I would like to request Sarida ma'am to take over the charge of the session as I will be, traveling. So thank you so much.
Definitely.
Priya
Definitely.
ma'am, all the very
Yes,
best.
sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. We'll do our
Yeah.
best.
Thank
you so
you.
much.
Thank you, everybody. Abha ma'am also, best wishes. Over to Abha. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Your words have really ignited the spark to embark on this session. Thank you, sir. Have a nice journey and safe journey. Happy Diwali to you. Sarita ma'am, I guess Shibu sir is not there, so I think
You can go ahead.
Please
Shivu may
continue.
not be joining. Yeah.
Please
Yes.
continue, ma'am.
Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let me welcome and introduce our respected resource person, Ms. Priya Murli Madam, in today's webinar. She is a teaching professional with over 27 years of teaching experience in schools in Madurai, Mumbai, and Muscat. She is a peer assessor for school quality assessment and accreditation by CBSE, lead auditor registered with International Registrar of Certified Auditors, and also a certified NABIT assessor. She was the first person from the Sultanate of Oman to be selected as the peer assessor for SQAAF conducted by CBSE. She began her journey in teaching with the Mahatma Montessori Matriculation Higher Secondary School, KK Nagar, Madurai, from the year 1989. She worked there till 1994. She worked with Indian School of Muscat from 2001 to 2020. She is currently the principal of Mahatma Global Gateway from January 2022. She has been awarded the prestigious Best Teacher Award in the year 2018 by CBSE, the only person to receive the award in the Girl for the year. She is also the resource person for the CBSE COE. She has authored a book on experiential learning. An ardent specialist in relationship management, she has created a niche in raising the bar of performance of the teachers and students. She truly believes that participation of students in numerous activities like sports, excursions, adventures, scouts and guides, international award scheme, international student exchange, stagecraft, debates, personality development programs, music, and such pursuits are those that would help them develop an individual into a that will help an individual to into a complete human being and of value to the society. My hearty welcome to you, ma'am. Please accept the virtual bouquet. The platform is all yours. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Ms. Ava, for this gorgeous welcome. At the outset, I would there was, as you very rightly mentioned, the Diwali greetings, the AI way, was so stupendously created by Arun Mohan sir. It was just awesome, right? Then, of course, I take this opportunity of wishing each and everyone on this platform, this Saturday night, the eve of Diwali, to a professional learning program, So, you should appreciate teachers. Ma'am, such a dynamic, lady, very, very dynamic person, a go-getter, let me tell you, right word for her, very hardworking, so such quality people are associated with BTAG. And of course, Abdul Salam sir, Shibu sir, all of them, they work as a team. That is where we are able to, contribute to the development of the nation. Can I start my session, madam? Sir,
Yes,
can I
ma'am.
start?
Please. Yes, ma'am.
So can I share the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Sarita ma'am, a hearty welcome to you as well.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. There's a power cut at my place. So Arun Mohan, I request you to start recording.
Already started recording, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know how long I'll be able to continue on my data. So as soon as I'm able to join, I'll be here till I'm able to. Okay. Thank you, Abha ma'am. All the best.
Thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am.
Sarita ma'am.
Happy Diwali, Priya ma'am. All the best.
Yes, happy Diwali to you. I'll call you later.
Sure, ma'am, sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Visible, ma'am.
Yes. Can I start?
Yes,
Can I
ma'am.
start? Yes. Dear teachers, this is a wonderful session, okay? Because all that you know is going to come out, and I'm just going to play the trick of allowing you to participate. Now, hands on to the chat box and tell me what, according to you, does the scholastic aspect comprise of? Come on, hands on to the chat box and tell me what does the scholastic aspect comprise of? Come on, the smartest one. Let me see. What does it comprise of? Nobody is quick. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Nobody is quick. I don't get to see any. Yeah, 1 minute. Anybody? Oh, curricular areas. Fantastic. The first one to answer the correct answer is Rekha. Very, very good. The curricular areas. Exactly. And when I talk of, see, first you should understand the difference between scholastic as well as the co-scholastic. That is where I'm trying to first, make you understand what the difference is. So scholastic areas actually comprise of curricular curriculum. It is absolute curriculum, okay, and or topic specific areas. Now, but tell me, what does a co-scholastic aspect comprise of? Hands on to the chat box again. What does it comprise of? What does it comprise of? Come on, let me see. You all do this work day in and day out at school. Or art, yoga, okay. Extracurricular activities, okay. Fantastic. Then, okay. Specific skills, okay. Life skills, Vijay, wonderful answer. Sports, okay. Sports, okay. Then activities that shape the personality, wonderful. Okay, so you're all giving the answer in bits and pieces. Arts, anything which is not about academics, okay, the 4 C's, okay, different activities, okay, cultural activities, okay, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So I get back to the slide, okay, and I want you to understand what all comes in scholastic and what all comes in co-scholastic. What are the, subject differences that we need to know? So if as I just mentioned, the scholastic aspects comprises of curricular and topic specific areas, whereas your co-scholastic, very clearly understand, consists of co-curricular activities. It consists of life skills, okay, third, values, and 4, attitude. So there are 4, the core scholastic aspects. What are they? I repeat: 1, co-curricular activities; 2, life skills; 3, values; and 4, attitudes. Okay, wonderful. Now, let us understand. First important thing is we mentioned about, wait, I will just move to the slide. 1 minute, I'm not able to. 1 minute. Sir, just 1 minute. So just now I mentioned you should understand the term. The scholastic aspect comprises of curricular areas. Core scholastic comprises of co-curricular activities, life skills, values, and attitudes. This is not moving. Yeah. Now, let us understand what co-curricular activities, what are the co-curricular activities? Some problem with the net. How do I move?
Ma'am, the slides are shifting and we
Yeah,
can
yeah,
hear you also
one minute,
properly.
ma'am. Yes. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, so can this okay, let us understand about the different co-curricular areas. Now, in your schools, we do have co-curricular areas, right? So, in the chat box, can you kindly type what are the different co-curricular areas that you conduct in your school in different categories like literary and creative skills, under information and communication technology, scientific skills, organizational and leadership skills. These are your absolute co-curricular areas. Can you type in the chat box, please? It's not moving. Can you type, please? Nobody's typing. Okay. Literary week. Okay. Poster making. Okay. I think there should be a much greater participation. Now, community service, does it come here? Debates, science, quiz, house activities, advertisement, bulletin board capture, competition, debates. Yes, very correct. Very, very correct. Olympiads, very good. Okay, excellent. Then recitation, quiz, etc. Very good. Now, so let us understand about a student has to be graded on 10 life skills, 1 work education, 1 visual and performing arts, 3 attitudes, 1 value, 2 curricular activities, and 2 health and physical education activity. Now, since we are working on the co-curricular, areas, let us understand what would be included in debates. Now, can somebody give me a topic for a debate? See, please, this will only help you to learn. Can somebody give me a topic for a debate, please? Any topic which you have done in the past?
And in fact, we had a debate just day before yesterday in a school, that whether
Okay.
all people across economic classes should pay the same taxes. Or should
Okay,
it...
fantastic, fantastic. Declamation. What is declamation? Does anybody know what is declamation? Okay, these are speeches, okay, which are reproduced, speeches of great persons, which are reproduced in front of a very large audience. Then creative writing. What is a creative writing exercise? I am sure many English teachers will be there. What is a okay, very nice. Is vernacular medium an effective medium of instruction? Very good. Excellent. Now, what do you mean by, can you give a creative writing topic? Can you give a, in any topic that students can write creatively on? See, is usage of AI good or bad? Fantastic, fantastic. Pranita, very, very good. Then what about, can somebody tell me any any activity on recitation? Can somebody tell me any activity on recitation, please? Any activity on recitation? Maybe an
we
English.
had the Robert Frost week.
Yes.
Robert Frost week.
Yes, ma'am. Robert Frost, very good. A poem from this thing. If I was on the moon, how would I live? Okay, recite the poem on nature. Suchitra says, and Jayashri Murlidhar. Fantastic. Then slogan writing. Can any teacher write one slogan on the, on the chat box? Any one small short slogan as well. Any short slogan. Any one teacher. Save nature, save future. Brilliant. Suchitra again. Very, very good. Then poster making. Now, poster making could be in any topic. Can you suggest some areas where you can give this poster making competition? Please. Come on. Nobody available? Okay. Pollution. A poster on pollution. Fantastic. Then, okay. Can you do something on theater? Is there any activity that you have done on theater? Please tell me. Anybody who has done an activity on theater? Shakespeare play, fantastic. Drama, Monica Sharma and Bindu Balachandran, wonderful. Role plays, fantastic, fantastic. See, this is how you learn. Then come to scientific skills. How does one develop scientific skills? You develop scientific skills through the following: science club, projects, maths club, science quiz, science exhibition, Olympiads. Now, what are the different Olympiads that your school participates in? Can you please type in the chat box? Science projects, yes. IEO, IMO, very good. So the participation comes under, developing the skills of the student. Exhibitions, seminars, fantastic, fantastic. Okay, great. So, can anybody tell about what were the projects that were on display in your science exhibition? Key projects that were on display last year or the current year, if your science exhibition for the year is over. Can somebody highlight that? Robots, fantastic. Rockets, fantastic. Project on minimizing plastic pollution, fabulous. AI, bioremediation, smart cities, SDG goals, phytoremediation, brilliant, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Now, so we are addressing the third aspect of the co-curricular areas, ICT. Now, from which class do you start training students to do PowerPoint presentation is my first question to you. Third standard, very good, excellent. Then, okay, then website and cover page designing. Do you all teach your children only from the higher classes or from the junior classes? Do you teach? Okay, higher classes. But I have one suggestion to you. Your cover page designing, you can give as early as grade 6. Okay, and website work, in fact, in bits and pieces, you can give it to your ICT students as well as computer science students. Animation, is another very, very important aspect. So, that is another area which can develop the ICT skills of our students. Programming, okay, of course, writing codes is a very important aspect. So, give opportunities for children to do programming. Communication, small communication can be, developed by the students to help them face the outer world. Now, I want to tell you 3 important ICT projects that my school is currently busy in. There is something called as scan code. We have different varieties of trees in our campus, and they have got something called as Scan Me. So when you, place your phone or, capture the code, the details of the tree, that is, what is the name of the tree? What is the scientific name? What is the medicinal properties of the tree that are in the campus? How does it help? So those sort of details of the tree are provided in that. So we are working on that. Then next, we are also doing the bar coding of the books in the library. And who is doing that? It is not done by the ICT teacher. It is not done by the computer science teacher. It is done absolutely by the students under the guidance of the teacher. So there's a lot of difference when the teachers do it and it's a guided project by the teachers. Okay. Then, do you have an eco club in the school? Eco club in the school. What does your eco club do? Come on, tell me. Please type in the chat box. What does your planting trees? Very good. Excellent, Monica. Compost pit. Wonderful. We don't have one. We should work. My school doesn't have one. We should work on getting a compost pit. Wonderful. Then vegetable garden. Supply seeds. Very good. Then kitchen garden. Lovely. Superb. Superb, superb. Absolutely stunning. So, Eco Club helps to develop these biological aspects, and moreover, through these clubs, the leadership skills of the students are honed. Okay. Now, what about your health club and wellness club? Come on. What does your health and wellness club do? Come on. Give some ideas for everybody. What does your health and wellness club do? Seed ball making, yes, mental health projects, then talks by expert, very good. Nukkad Natak, hygiene survey, very, very good. Awareness on menstrual, this thing. Each class has a counseling session every week. Hand washing important, superb. Then very, very good, Shilpa. Then absolutely brilliant. Any other? Okay, again, career counseling. Okay, fantastic. So if you notice, the Health and Wellness Club does this. Now, I just want to share one more thing, what my school does on this as a part of the Health Club. See, we have something called as the International Year of Millets, right? So with the International Year of Millets, and we have a very active cookery club. Okay, so the millet soups and all are made by the students every Friday, and it is sold for the students right from grade 3 onwards. And the proceeds of this go to the making of toilets in the government schools of our area. No, so with such a vision we work. Fantastic. Now, the most beautiful club, Heritage Club. What does your Heritage Club do? Tell me. What does your Heritage Club do? And then I'll tell you what my club does. Nobody is typing. Nobody. Conducting quizzes weekly and visiting museum. Exhibition of old items. Organize quiz. Okay. Organizing quiz is fine. That's the... since we are in D, okay, we plan virtual trips, okay, very good. Field trips, very good, very good. Project on the historical places, okay. Now, what you should do as a part of the Heritage Club is identify, for each class, especially from grade 6, or if you can, if your school can afford to take them right from grade 3, make a planner at least once in a quarter. Take them for to visit a historical place, take them for a trek, take them for, walk along the river basin, let them survey the plants in the area, and let them learn more about the heritage that is evolved in that place. That is what is very important, the history that belongs to that area. Because I'm very sorry to tell you, many of our students still, we can't blame them for it. Many of our students are not aware about all the, the important places in and around our country, although our country has a very rich backing of cultural heritage. Very good. Disaster Management Club. Why do you need a disaster management club? Why do you need a disaster management club? Please, can you type? Why do you need one? Why do you need? Why do you need? Ravindra has already put natural disaster to give awareness. Very good. Now, is it only when an earthquake comes, or when, yes, in case of any emergency? Sadhika, wonderful. To develop life skills, to know about natural calamities, to handle emergencies, fire drills, wonderful. Develop problem-solving skills, precautions, very, very good. To acquaint students to face any form of disasters. Children should be aware of precautions. Very good. Excellent, excellent, fantastic. Fantastic. Students should be future prepared. Wonderful. To survive for themselves. Now, then school council. Every school has got a school council. Do you all have a school council? Yes. So, how does these school councils help you? Okay. How do these school councils? Yes, student editor, discipline in charge, to shoulder responsibilities, to help the teachers in the functioning of the school. Fantastic. To maintain discipline. Wonderful. Wonderful. Excellent. Identify election procedure. Okay. The school council forms team. Wonderful. To develop leadership qualities. Fantastic. Fantastic. Not that they are just an elected body. Fantastic. Now, let me go to the, okay. So the life skills, okay, let me mention to you. This was, okay, what are the different life skills? The three different life skills are the thinking skills, the social skills, as well as the emotional skills. Now, what all will the child learn because of you incorporating the life skills in the program, in your school program? Students can, start thinking, beyond, then being aware of what he or she is. Importantly, there will be challenges. To solve these challenges, not view them as a problem, then make a decision making, is something even we adults sometimes fail. So this sort of decision making should be developed from when they are young. Thinking critically, okay, thinking outside the box, social abilities, able to relate to people within the group, develop good interpersonal relationship, speak in a language that is soft and effective, then empathy, understands others' feelings by, stepping into their own shoes, okay, then, and education regarding the workplace. So all these are some very important life skills that you need to incorporate in your so-called timetable. I repeat, when you are preparing a planner, please ensure that you, for every level, grade them for 10 life skills, 1 work education, 1 visual education, 1 performing activity, 3 attitudes, 1 value, 2 curricular activities, and 2 health and physical education programs, right? Then, now, let me talk about visual and performing arts. Now, can you tell me what gets included in this visual and performing arts? Now, everybody cannot be a academic person. Everybody cannot learn the textbook. So such opportunities are provided so as to hone the personality of the student. Okay. So sometimes there may be inherent talents for these sort of performing arts. So what are the different kinds of performing arts, okay, that gets incorporated? Let us see. Okay, 1 minute. Yeah, so let us understand music, dance, drama, drawing, painting, craft, sculpture, puppetry, and folk art forms. Here I'm curious to know, what kind of music does your school teach to your students? Come on, please type in the chat box. What kind of music, my question was. What kind of music? Vocal Carnatic. Very good. So only Carnatic? Light music. Okay. Hindustani vocal as well as Western. Very good. Instruments. So all these actually, they form a part of your visual and performing arts. Do your students learn dance and drama? If so, what kind of dance and drama? What kind of dance and drama do they learn? What kind of dance do they learn? Do they learn dance? Fusion, okay. Semi-classical, okay. Folk dance, very good. Very good. Traditional, what kind of traditional dances? When you say contemporary, okay. When you say contemporary, what is contemporary according to you? Okay, folk. Nobody learns the Bharatanatyam, nobody learns the Kuchipudi, nobody, Kathak, okay, fantastic, fantastic. So all this Tiruvattira, okay, Garba, okay, Kuchipudi, very good, excellent. Then, now, what sort of painting do you all teach your students? Do you all teach painting? Do you all have provision to teach painting and craft? Do you have provision for sculpture being a subject in your course? Do you have, so please, and do you use puppetry as a tool for teaching? Okay, what kind of folk art do you teach your students? Come on, type. Digital painting, okay. Okay, Varli, Madhubani, okay. Fantastic. Any more? Okay, pencil drawing, Rangoli. Okay, very good. You all have a 3-day mini Virasat under Spic Mackey. Very good. Fantastic. Fantastic, Sarita ma'am. Very good. Gond art, then Zentangle, then bottle painting. Excellent. See, these are, the different kinds of visual and performing arts. Very good. Very good. Now, so I'm going to again sum up, okay, because it's very important to understand what are the different activities that you do as a part of the life skills, okay. Now listen to me here very carefully. I will share the PPT with you. So my aim is to impart a maximum during the session. So please listen to me carefully. How will you do life skills? You will have a role play. You can do discussions. You can do situation analysis. You can do case study analysis. You can do group games. Then you can do presentations. Then you can do brainstorming. Then you can do quiz. You can do question and answers. Then you can do storytelling. Then you can do debates. Anything, any activity can be used for doing the life skills. Then we also have the, we mentioned about this literary and the co-curricular activities. Let me go to that. The different activities, the co-curricular areas, the literary and creative skills we just mentioned, the scientific skills, the ICT skills, the organizational and leadership skills, right? So please, try to be aware of these areas. Now, I just did this. 1 minute. Now, yeah. Okay. What are the activities that we can do in relation to work education? Okay. These are some of the general activities that all of us do, okay, which I have shared on the screen. And that includes cooking skills. Just now I mentioned to you that we do it as a part of, International Year of Millets. Then preparation of stationery items. Then we do this tie and dye activity. Then we also recycle paper. Then we do hand embroidery. Then we run a book bank. Then repair and maintenance of domestic electrical gadgets. Then computer operation and maintenance, photography, and gardening. Now, this is also called as socially useful productive work, SUPW. Okay, you make the student, competent to do different activities of life. Now, in the chat box, I want you to share any other activities that your school does apart from those which are mentioned on this slide. Please, I'm waiting for your, wonderful answers. Mosaic art. Okay, paper bag making, wonderful. Bindu, very good. Paper mesh, then farming related. Sugandhi Sarvanan, best out of waste, very good. Mehendi, very good. This is a new paper flower making, good, fantastic. All this improves skills of students, very good. Puppet making, yes, this is again a very important activity. Collage art, okay. Lantern making, very good. Bouquet making, very good. Now, I just want you to know that we also had an experiential learning workshop in our school. It was called as Dharti 2023, right from grade 1st standard to 10th standard. They placed their hands on the potter's wheel and they, made a small pot. It was a truly lifelong experience. So these are some of the activities that your schools must try and adapt for work education, right? Yeah. So next important thing in the list is this health and physical education. Now, sports occupies a very important aspect of the students. So when we talk of sports, it need not be only tennis, basketball, or football. It could be indigenous sports like Kho-Kho. It could be Kabaddi, the native sports, okay, to a particular region. Then participation in NCC, NSS, then scouting, guiding, swimming, gymnastics, yoga, first aid, gardening, and Shramdan and martial arts. Now, what is Shramdan? Shramdan is going to a location and doing maybe a physical activity, without, as a part of service and helping to clear the area, or, helping to clear the, maybe the plastic bottles from the beach or the waste from the beach, So that is what is an example for Shramdan. Any other new activities that you all do for health and physical education, please type in the chat box. Come on. Cleaning of our locality, fantastic. Like social service, fantastic. Beach cleaning, yes. What is the new thing that you do for LASIM? Okay. Food distribution for poor people, feeding cows on birthdays. Okay. See, these are some different activities. Very good. See, which we should learn from each other. That's where I'm asked. Street dramas, visiting old age homes. Okay. But visiting old age home, does it come as a part of health and physical education? Is my question to you. Why does it come as a part? Okay. Temple cleaning and after Ganapati Visarjan cleaning, planting trees. Okay. Fine. On birthdays, visiting old age. Now, road safety awareness. Okay. Okay. That comes under the part of health education. Right. Fine. Very, very good. Now, when we talk of values, when we talk of attitudes, okay, please understand that the value, the dealing of values and attitudes not only come from school, but it also stems from the parents. So, and please remember that you are actually the home for teaching the right type of values as well as attitudes. Here, please remember that, your documentation with regards to, we'll be doing it in greater detail a little later. So let us understand what would be his attitude towards the classmate, what is his attitude regarding the school programs, what is his attitude, the child's attitude towards the environment, and what does his value system, comprise of, right? Now look at this. This is something very, very important. So, what are the advantages of these co-scholastic activity? We discussed about so many co-scholastic activities. Now, advantages include academic, it indirectly improves academic achievement. Then there is a relaxation in school. Their stress levels go down. It extends a student's horizons. And while applying to universities, these students have a benchmark, or rather, definitely a superior standing as compared to others. Now, so how do you do the assessment of these co-scholastic areas? Now, we discussed today what were the different co-scholastic areas. Now, we are going to discuss very briefly how you can do the assessment of the co-scholastic areas. Now, it involves these 6 steps. First is to identify the quality. Second is to specify the behavior. Third is to collect evidence. Fourth, most important, where we fail, is to record the evidence. Fifth, analyze the evidence that is collected. And sixth is report the grade correctly for the student, right? Now, see, these sort of questionnaires are available, ready-made. I have given it to you. So, thinking skills. If you want to identify the, how good your student is at thinking, this checklist you can follow. Does the school show creativity during class activities? Is there any creativity in the student? Okay. Does she accept the challenge, whatever that is given, enthusiastically? Does she try new ideas or concepts? Does she ask questions for the given task? Then does she ask doubts? Okay. Or, does she try to help others, or, does group work during the activity? Does she volunteer for special assignments? Does she try different ways for doing a single activity? Does he or she like to think out of the box? Does he or she try to apply knowledge or skills in new situations? Does he or she think about all possible options before starting a task? You know why I gave you all this? I gave you all this because putting an A, B, or C as a grade should be done judiciously for every student. Okay, it should be done absolutely judiciously. So use these checklists, okay, which is easily available. Frame this, do it religiously for every student, and then arrive at the grade. Okay, now let me go to the next slide. Now, see here, I have provided this checklist for social skills. Does the child show patience for a group task? Does the child try to help a classmate? Okay. Does he or she appreciate others? Then does he or she feel comfortable sharing his ideas? Does the child like to be appreciated? Does the student maintain a comfortable level of eye contact? See, does he or she try to break rules for the task by using rude language? Does he or she try to exhibit negative behavior? So these are some questions related to the social skills. Okay. Now see here, there is this checklist which is available even for emotional skills. Okay. Now, what is the checklist that is available? During an activity, does the child speak negatively? Does he or she scream at the classmates when he or she is angry or disturbed? Does he or she try to improve weaker areas by putting in regular practice? Does he or she try to get secluded when under stress? Does he or she become argumentative during discussions? Does he or she show disrespect to the system or discipline of the class or the school? So use this checklist to form your rubrics. That is my humble request to you. Now, see here. You can, what are the different techniques also I have given you here? Checklist, observation. Third is an anecdotal record. Fourth is this portfolio. Okay. Now look at the 1 minute. Okay. So when you take all the 3 skills, okay, you can use these different techniques. Then assessment to be done based on basically 3 parameters: participation, interest, motivation. Okay. And and the skill indicators of assessment has to be the skill areas and the indicators of assessment. Now, see this. Social skills. Students should demonstrate the ability to empathize, to get along well with others, take criticism positively, listen actively, communicate using appropriate words, intonation, body language, etc. Now, emotional skills. Identify one's own strength and weakness, should be able to identify the cause and effects of stress on oneself, then ability to express and respond to emotions with an awareness of consequences. Now look at the grading scale. This is what you have to understand. Now for each skill, there are some rubrics that are provided. If most indicators in a skill are available for the student, or satisfied by the student, you can give the student a star. Then most indicators in a skill, many indicators in a skill, you can give A. Some indicators in a skill, you can give B. Few indicators in a skill, you have to give C. And very, very few indicators in a skill, you have to give D. So this grading skill, you have to keep note of most, many, some, few, and very few. Okay. So this is something that you need to pay attention. Now look at this. For life skills, see the first one. I'm going to discuss the first one as well as the last one. Rehan. Rehan is original, flexible, raises questions, takes responsibility, is fluid, and builds on new ideas. She has contributed to the school magazine. So the overall grade given is A+. Whereas you see Vijay only has ideas, but needs to express them better and work on his fluency. So you see the difference in the indicators. Rehan has reflected most indicators, whereas Vijay has reflected very few indicators, right? Has this been understood? Dear teachers, has this been understood? I'm waiting for your... has this been understood? Yes. Everybody? So far, any doubts? You have understood, right? Yes. Very good. Okay. No doubts. Okay, fine. Now let me go to the next one. Yeah, let's go. Now, this is again one very, it's a little difficult for teachers to prepare the rubrics. See here, when we are talking about, and now I'm sorry, 1 minute, I just finished. I finished this. Yes, I finished this. Now I'm here. Right. So we are talking about attitudes and values also. Rubrics for these attitudes and values and all are very difficult. So does the student show respect and courtesy at all times inside and outside the classroom? Does the student demonstrate the attitude that is positive and that is conducive to learning? Does the child take criticism in the right spirit? Does the child respect and follow the class teacher and school rules? Okay, so this should be your grading scale. Grading scale would be only 4 indicators of assessment, okay? And the grading scale would be A star, A and B. Now, towards school, does the child share a healthy rapport with peers? Is the child able to interact effectively with classmates? Does the child contribute ideas and opinions in a group? Is the child receptive to ideas? Is the child kind and helpful? Then is the child able to inspire members of the class or to the peer group, right? Then what is the child's attitude and value towards the school program? Is the child punctual? Is the child regular in attending school program? Does the child participate and volunteer for school programs? Does he or she deliver a job effectively? Does he or she deliver a healthy school spirit? Does he or she develop leadership qualities? Does he or she inspire others to participate in school programs? So most indicators means A star, many indicators means A, and some indicators in the skill means B. Right? Right, 1 minute.
Excuse me, ma'am. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Few participants are requesting that can we make the slide full screen because they're not able to see clearly.
Yeah. Okay, fine. 1 minute, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. 1 minute, ma'am. One minute. One minute. Is it visible now?
No, ma'am.
No?
The PPT actually, the PPT closed.
Start sharing the screen now.
Okay,
Yeah.
1 minute.
Yes. And dear participants, ma'am was reading the points as well, and ma'am has already communicated that she will be sharing the PPT, right?
Is it now
So,
visible, madam? Is it now visible?
yeah, ma'am. PPT is visible. I think it's the initial
1
slide.
minute.
Yeah, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Now visible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, it is.
Yeah, okay.
It is visible, ma'am. It was, slides are being scrolled by you.
Yes.
Yes.
I did all this, I remember.
Yes, ma'am. Really sorry for interfering, ma'am, but then
No, not at all. We have to help the teachers. Our job is to help. Yeah. So I think I was here, if I'm right. Yes, right. So we were discussing about these co-scholastic areas, okay, and attitude towards teachers. What would be your techniques of evaluation? Most important technique would be your observation, then record it in a proper register. Then at the end, the 3-point scale, grading scale, which has been defined to you all, has to be used for the grading purposes. Now, periodicity of evaluation, continuous observations have to be recorded to give a very fair judgment to the student. Then consolidation of observations, okay, in an academic session, okay, and reporting by a team of 2 teachers. Then coverage and all students to be rated on all items, madam. Right? 1 minute.
Ma'am, the previous slides, I think each the participants wants to see the previous one, the one which was before that.
Yeah, 1 minute. I will show. 1 minute. Is this one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Shall I call out again? Is it visible? Shall I call out again?
Yeah, ma'am. No, ma'am, it's visible. You already read the points, but
no, because it will be only understood, madam, when you read it out, because it's very conceptually very tough, actually. So again, I will do it, for the benefit of the.
Yes.
So what should the student do towards the teacher? He or she should show respect. He or she should show courtesy at all times. He should demonstrate attitudes that are conducive to learning, okay? Then should take criticism in the right manner, in a proper manner, should always respect the class teacher at all times, right? Then towards the school, what sort of relationship or the attitude the student should have towards the school, should have the best rapport with the peers, then should interact very nicely with the classmates, then should contribute to ideas of a group, then is receptive to ideas and opinions, then is very kind, is very helpful, is very supportive to classmates, then is able to inspire the classmates as well as the peers, right? Then is punctual. Then what should be the child's attitude towards the school program? Is the child is punctual, comes to school on time, regularly attends all school programs, participates in school programs, then volunteers for school programs, then delivers a job that is very responsibly, the child delivers it, then develops or exhibits leadership skills, then also inspires his teammates to participate in various school programs. Is this clear? Teachers, is it clear? Yes. Okay, fine. No problem. Okay, now let me move on. Yes. So I did this. Okay. Now, see here. There are a few slides. Just bear with me because this is very, very important. Now, towards environment, we just discussed. So when we discuss the grading scale, if most of these indicators are available, you will give a star. Many indicators in this group, you will give a, and some indicators that are shown by the pupil, you will give a B. Okay. Then what will be the, when you talk of attitudes, what will be the attitudes? The same thing, continuous observation, then consolidation of observation twice in an academic session and reported by a team of 2 teachers, then all students to be rated on all items. Yes, same value systems, okay? Indicators of assessment, understands the needs for rules, then is honest, is ethical, has self-respect, is courteous to everyone, exhibits leadership, respects diversity, respects the opposite sex. If all this, and I'll read out some more, is the child kind, helpful, responsible, displays commitment, has an open mind, then works efficiently, displays a positive attitude, is a responsible member of the community, peace-loving, then ability to find happiness within oneself. All these indicators are there. See, I put it again on the side. So you will notice that most indicators are A star, many indicators A, some indicators B, right? For value systems. Now, for literary and creative skills, okay, observation can be done only over a period of time, then recorded in a register, and a 3-point grading scale for each item with all the points defined. Same process, okay, has to be followed. Literary and creative skills, okay. Child participates in school level, inter-school level, state level, national level, and international level. Okay, then is a member of school council. Okay, reads and shows a high degree of awareness, is able to appreciate certain genres, and in all languages. Why is able to explain why they are able to enjoy a particular piece, then displays originality. See, these are the statements, the assessment indicators. So you have to get familiar with this language. That is where I'm, explaining it to you with the assessment parameter. Is able to inspire others and involve a large part of school community in different events. So most indicators A star, many indicators A, and some indicators will be B, right? Now, health and physical education, again, the same process, but you record it in a register, 3-point grading scales, continuous observations to be done, then consolidation twice in an academic session, okay, and reporting again by a team of 2 teachers, and coverage followed by, and it should be done for all students. So 2 sports activities you should take every year. See here, health and physical education. Displays a talent, demonstrates endurance, displays strength, is able to use his or her power to advantage, is able to move quickly, is agile, and is able to change direction quickly during the game or the match. Right? Yeah. Moving. Okay, then club. Child participates actively in clubs that involve clubs at school, international, takes the initiative to plan, drive various creative events. So use these parameters to judge the activity of the students in the clubs. Then is a member of the student council, reads and shows a high degree of awareness, displays originality of ideas, delivers assigned job effectively, is able to inspire others of the school and the community to join, right? Then, now, with regard to NEP, there are certain suggestions that I have, okay? You have to call the local artisans and craftsmen involved for an internship program. So my request to you, once a year, please do it right from grade 6. Then offer contemporary courses to your students, okay? AI, organic living, holistic living, data science, design thinking, artificial intelligence, okay? There are hundreds of these programs. Try to offer 1 per class for your student. Then, then you also, apart from the internship program, ensure that you are inviting local artists and craftsmen. And when you are inviting, please ensure that the learning outcomes, are, properly delivered and are measured through the process. Then your timetable should have provision for visual arts, should have a space for performing art, culinary art. Then importantly, I know many schools on timetable, they have the PE period, but functionally they do not provide PE for the students. It's very sad. If they come for a sudden inspection or something, it would, cause a lot of damage to you. Then evidences of clubs, activities, courses, internship, vocational education, contemporary courses, all this please, every event which you do, please document the evidence. Okay, this documentation not only serves as a, I hate this documentation, but I also like the documentation only as a yardstick for our own measurement. Have we done this activity better this time? What were the gaps last time which have been addressed this time? I like to view this documentation only for this purpose, not because it has to be done for the sake of NEP. Yes, it has to be done, but you use it as a method for internal audit purposes. Then interaction program with experts from industry, reports of field visits, please call experts from the industry regularly to your school. Ensure that students of grade 9 to 12 meet such experts, listen to their talks, and let the students go for these field visits, in and around your area, or even if it is far away, have a planned field visit, at least one per term. Then have maintained the performance record of the students in vocational subjects. Even 2 days back, when my co-curricular teachers were, teaching the guitar or the piano for their students, what was running in my mind? I was trying to better the process. So I am thinking that from next month onwards, what are they teaching that particular period? That is what I'm going to ask them to record, rather than only the attendance aspect of the students. Okay, then the capacity building program of the teachers. So many such programs are taking place. So let the teachers maintain the certificates. Then collaborations with society, student empowerment programs, with there's so many student empowerment programs. So are the students taking part in such programs which help them to better themselves? Okay, now some more documents are required. How much budget does your school allocate for student welfare? Is there a holistic progress card that is available for your students? Not only a general academic progress card. Is there a school health and wellness club? Okay, then what are some of the eco-friendly practices that are done in your school? Recently, our school has adopted growing trees in the Sivagangai Road, the Madurai, Sivagangai Road. 50 indigenous saplings were planted along the highway. The collector of Madurai actually planted the first indigenous sapling. Then guidelines. This is another very important area where we miss out. We go for trips, we go for excursions, but what type of guidelines that we provide to students? What type of guidelines that we provide to parents? What type of guidelines that we give for teachers for participation in trips and excursions is another very, it will be an area which is very important for the safety aspects of the school. Then records of participation of parents in your, apart from this PTA, are they helping in the school activities, helping in organizing these excursions, camps, then and other extracurricular activities? Okay, yes. So this is this is what I wanted to speak, and I have spoken. Are there any questions for me to answer, please? I'm coming back to the wait.
Dear participants, if you have some questions, you can raise your hands. We will unmute you. So what a sumptuous session it was, Priya ma'am. So before we begin with the question hour, I would just like to tell my takeaways. I think to summarize, Ma'am has very beautifully presented all the aspects of co-curricular co-scholastic activities, which should be taken in a school. We were just knowing about the term co-scholastic activities, but what it comprises of. So ma'am has told us that it's a combination of co-curricular activity, life skills, values, and attitude. Then ma'am has also presented variety of activities, and many of them have come from you, my dear participants. Also, the rubrics and the indicators are very important, because whenever we are doing some activity, we have to assess those activities, whether we are doing it right way, or what standard the students are at, and what improvement is required. For that matter, assessment is very, very important, of course. Ma'am has also presented the NEP suggestions, whatever NEP has suggested, how the activities should be conducted. Then documentation is very, very important. So as many teachers are attending the webinar, we always complain many a times that why we have to document so much. So it is the requirement as per SQAAF, and also it is required, as ma'am very rightly said, for self-assessment. It can be used as yardstick for our assessment, what we have done and whether we are doing it right way, where we were and where we have to go. So she has also spoken about the documents which are required. So nothing better we can expect. It was a complete package. So thank you so much, ma'am. It was really a wonderful session, and I am sure the teachers have got benefited by the session. Now let me see if the teachers have raised their hand. As of now, I couldn't see any hand raised for question. So I think everybody is crystal clear.
Yeah, ma'am, if
And
you
there
could
are no
stop sharing.
Yes, ma'am.
then we
Yes,
can-
ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes,
we
ma'am.
have a better. If you could stop sharing, we can see.
Yeah,
this
yeah, I
thing
will.
better.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sorry. Actually, these are all very
So
tough
I cannot
concepts.
see any, ma'am.
It's very, very tough. Sarita, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. But ma'am, you have
Can we
No,
explain
explained
what-
everything so beautifully.
These are all
Yes,
very
ma'am.
tough concepts, ma'am, actually.
Absolutely, and it requires a lot of study, lot of in-depth
And they have to
reading.
read it another 5-6 times on their
Yes,
own.
yes,
Just
yes.
doesn't come, you know.
Yes.
So, ma'am, I know you will be sending this PPT to sir, so please
Yeah.
ensure that
I'll send it. I'll send it.
We'll send it to the participants.
Yes.
So, dear participants, no queries, no questions. See, ma'am is available to you right now. You can ask questions. You should not miss the opportunity. But I think the session was so wonderful that all the doubts are clear. And that's
And
what
the
I
most
said at
important,
the
madam,
starting.
most
Yes,
important thing, see, when you ask them to participate, they will understand it much better.
Yes. So I've seen your sessions, ma'am, and
No,
start
ma'am, I'll
the
tell you
question.
what happens. Even that one word that they type, you know, they will remember when they use it in the classroom.
Yeah, ma'am, there's a heart by Maya Jayesh, ma'am.
Yes. Yes, you
So
want.
she is very happy with the session. Session was so clear. Alka ma'am has written. Yeah. So Sarita ma'am, shall I do the vote of
Yes, ma'am.
thanks then?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
I think we will wind up. Yeah. So, okay, so we have come to the end of the session. I, along with CBSE Bharat Sahodaya Complex, would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to our resource person, Ms. Priya Murli ma'am, for conducting such an enriching session for us. Kindly accept my humble pranam, ma'am. We are truly blessed to be connected to a great educator like you. The session was full plethora of post-scholastic activities, and I'm sure all the participants will surely apply the suggestions from you and use it for the benefit of the students, which will result in raising the level of curriculum, pedagogy, and assessment domain of the of their schools. My special thanks to Dr. Abdul Salam sir for believing in me and offering me this moderation. It means a lot, sir. Also, a big thanks for being so thoughtful in organizing much needed sessions for the school fraternity. Thank you so much, Sarita ma'am, for hosting the session. Your presence adds value to the session. A big thank you to the technical team of Bharat Sahodaya and Mr. Arun Mohan for the smooth conduction and amazing AI introduction. And also, most importantly, thank you to all the participants for the trust and support given to us. It's from all of us from this side of the platform. I will take this opportunity to wish each and everyone a very, very happy and safe Diwali. Over to you, Sarita ma'am. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Abha ma'am. Priya ma'am, what can I say? As usual, I've attended all of your sessions, and everyone who's here with me will agree that each of your sessions are so informative, so in-depth that we seldom find any questions. So thank you so much for working on it, and thank you so much for this in-depth information that you gave us. Arun Mohan sir, before I wind up, I would request you to please check the
I checked it, ma'am.
link.
It's working. Yeah.
It's working. Participants, please note it is working. We had checked it before we shared it. So please note it, save it, and you can try it at a later point of time also. So thank you, Abha ma'am. That was a good job that you did today. Priya ma'am, on behalf of VTAG and Bharat Sahodaya, I extend a very, very big gratitude. It's a privilege for me to wind up this session. As it's usually sir who does this, but it's a privilege for me. Thank you so much. We'll connect once again over such many, many more sessions. Wishing all the participants a very happy Diwali, a safe Diwali. Enjoy the most. And thank you, Arun, for another beautiful session. Thank you for stepping in when the power cut was there in my place and it just went off all over the place. So thank you so much. So Priya ma'am, once again,
Yes.
good night.
Yeah, thank you, Sarita ma'am, Arun Mohan sir, Abha ma'am, Salam sir, and all the participants, please go through it. Don't get disappointed. Don't get disheartened that you are not able to learn it at first stroke. I've gone through this file maybe about 100 times, So, so please keep rereading. That is the key to success. Here's wishing each one of you a very happy, prosperous, safe Diwali. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, ma'am.
So much. Thank you,
Thank you.
Good night, ma'am. Good night. Good night, everybody. Bye,
Good night.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, Sarita ma'am. Bye, Arun sir. Get well soon.